Hi everybody, this is JJLong from JJArtworks and welcome to another paint party training video. Today I'm actually in my sound booth because I have some visitors in my apartment, so I figured I could just be in here and be nice and quiet and connect with you this way. And I want to talk about today's topic, which I think is pretty important, and it's the difference between a private event and a public event. Because if you're just starting off in your paint party business and you're thinking about maybe doing events in a bar or restaurant, or maybe you're thinking about doing corporate events, there's definitely a distinction between the types of events you can do. And I personally believe that you should be doing all of these types of events. Don't just pigeonhole yourself to just public events. Don't pigeonhole yourself to just do corporate events. But I sort of want to, figuratively speaking, paint the picture of what the difference is between a private event and a public event. So basically, I believe it really comes down to how you exchange money and how the transaction happens. And it's very important that you understand this. So for a private event, say you have a corporation that wants to hire you to come to their office or their workspace or their cafeteria, and they want you to come on site at their location. That would be considered a private event because the client or the company is actually hiring you to come to their location. And basically, when it comes to private events, I recommend you invoice the client. If you're unfamiliar with what an invoice is, basically it's just a sheet or a PDF that you can send to the client, billing them for your services. And you have different line items on this sheet saying, what you billed them for, whether it be a paint party for 30, 40 people, and this is what your rate is per person. Whether you charge for tables and chairs, whether you charge for drop cloths. At JJArtworks, we do charge for those things. I'll talk more about those little add-ons in another paint party video. But basically, you invoice, it's one transaction, you invoice the client, and then they can pay you directly from your invoicing software, or they can write you a check, or they can pay you in cash. And you're just dealing with one person, right? One entity, one organization. So it's very seamless, very easy. When it comes to public events, however, it's a little bit different how transactions happen. So for a public event, you basically, on your website, or social media, you say, hey, I reserved this bar or restaurant or community space and I'm hosting an event. Please sign up through my website. And basically what's happening as far as money goes, people are logging onto your website and they're purchasing their individual ticket for an event. So you're seeing ticket sales roll in through your website on an ongoing basis, if you're lucky. We've had many horror stories with public events, and I'll share that with you guys in some other YouTube videos. But basically, the difference is the general public needs to hear about your event, and then they buy tickets from your website, and you're dealing with individual people. So instead of one payment, say 30 people sign up, you're dealing with 30 individual different payments. And I've found through the years that public events are a little bit harder to stick. They're a little bit harder to promote. You might have to spend money on Facebook ads or Instagram ads. You need to somehow put your event in front of many eyes, so to speak. With a private event, you just invoice the client. It's one payment, and it's very much simplified. Public events, you have to deal with multiple payments and, pray to the Bob Ross gods that people show up. So that's basically the main difference between private and public events. Hopefully you found this episode helpful. I'm really, really excited to start sharing more of my guidance and wisdom when it comes to paint parties. Again, we've been doing this for over 10 years now. We know what we're doing. We still love what we do. And we're always trying to evolve with the marketplace. So I like sharing up-to-date information with everybody. If this is your first time visiting our YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.